it's been a while, hasn't it? Anyhow, I have a lot to tell you. I tried keto again. I joined a gym. I had a big birthday. I'm looking into exogenous ketones. I have a ton of information for you. And I thought rather than trying to get it all into a perfect script, I think we know each other by now, I figured I'd pour a cup of coffee, say good morning, hopefully you've got your coffee, pause it if you haven't, go get a cup of coffee, and let me tell you what's been going on, and maybe you'll find some of it useful. So first, I decided to try keto again. But I had this little epiphany. I was taking a friend for a medical procedure. You know, we're at the age where, you know, you take somebody in, but everything's okay, everything's good, everything went well. But anyhow, took the person in, but you have to get up 5:30 in the morning, and I've been doing the intermittent fasting, so who wants to eat? You know, you're not going to eat then, but then you're going to be in a hospital for a while, you know, sitting in that waiting room, and let's face it, do you really want to go and try to eat the hospital food in the hospital cafeteria when you finally do get hungry? So everything's going well, they come out, they say it's fine, you're hungry, and so I brought a few of these with me. And they're RX bars, and I wasn't doing keto at the time. And they have 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates. It says no BS. I really like them as a product, but they've been bought out by a big company recently, so keep an eye on the ingredients and the quality. But anyhow, the day before I had a big omelet, and then I brought a couple of these with me, and during the day I had a couple of these, so I had about 6 egg whites in addition to that. And I got home that night and I'm like, I'm itchy. Why am I itchy? I'm getting rashy. Aha! Maybe I have an egg sensitivity. And I looked up eczema, and it turns out one of the triggers for eczema can be eggs. So I've made that link, and that helped me out as step 1. So at the same time, I'm on some of these bulletproof groups, and a couple of people said, hey, we're these experts in keto. We're going to start a group in January. Let's all join this group together and help each other. And I said, that sounds cool. So I joined the group, and I went, and I've done keto for a couple of months, and I discovered there are no free lunches. Because I really liked these 2 people. I thought they were, you know, they said they were doing it because they want to make the world better. But, you know, they kept slipping in these little products that they wanted you to buy. You know, maybe they're helpful, maybe not, until they got to one. And then this kind of, you know, blew it out of the water for me and really disappointed me. So you know, I don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracle pills, miracle cures. And one of the things, I was still, even though I was doing the keto, really still having a hard time to lose weight. So they put up this recommendation for someone who was selling this aluminosilicate derivative, and I won't go into the details of it. And the first red flag was he had I think it was a doctorate of pastoral medicine. And I looked that up, and that had red flag warnings for scams all over. People all over different states had put up things, you know, people buy this degree and it's not that good. The second thing that was kind of a problem for me is that when I looked up the guy's credentials, it said he had given up his license to practice medicine in a certain state, and I went and looked it up, and his license was taken away for bad behavior. That wasn't too good. And then the moderator of the group was saying, oh no, you've got to talk to them. Really, go talk to them. Even after I'd put up comments about doctor of pastoral medicine, defrocked defrocked of your license. And when they got the details of the substance, they were saying it was basically a clay relative that they had chopped up into little pieces that was going to even get through the blood-brain barrier, okay, and rip the toxins out of your cells. Well, first of all, I don't want anything to go past my blood-brain barrier that hasn't had rigorous scientific testing. I like my brain a lot. And secondly, there are all these people always going on about toxins. These are the people that spend the maximum amount of time in fresh air, eat nothing but organic produce, and they're always afraid of toxins. Our bodies have metabolic byproducts. It's part of being human. It's what happens. Now, if you haven't worked in a uranium mine, you know, you're not standing out in the corner breathing in bus fumes all day or something like that, you probably don't have a lot of toxins in your body. We do accumulate some from the environment, but unless we radically change our planet and the air quality on the entire planet, we're not going to be able to do much about that. So these miracle pills, cures, cleanses, always kind of, are a red flag to me. And so I kind of decided I wasn't that happy with that group anymore. And so life goes on. There are no free lunches. So I continued keto for, on my own for a while, but really haven't lost a lot of weight on it. I find it kind of difficult to do, and I think I'm much more happier with, kind of the paleo primal type thing where you can have the odd half a sweet potato and things like that. And I think I'm going back to that route. But the other thing that happened is, how I came up with Inside Tracker. So now I'm doing keto, and I use this product called Inside Tracker that does these blood tests and kind of recommends foods for you. So I went to the food basket on that, and I said, oh, it's supposed to have this really, really intelligent, artificial intelligence, that's supposed to help you really tailor your diet you want. And they even have a million different choices down the side of what kind of diet you want: vegan, vegetarian, keto, primal, grain-free. So I changed my check marks from low glycemic to keto. And it was recommending that I have an English muffin for breakfast and yams and strawberries in the evening. That didn't sound right to me. So I said, okay, let me check out the app a little bit more. I clicked grain-free. Now that should have removed the English muffin. Did it? Nope. So I wrote to them and let them know, hey, this doesn't look quite right. And they said, oh, we're going to look right into it. We'll get right back to you. We're going to send it to our nutritionist. So I never hear back. So a while later, I get this email from them. How come you're not checking in and using us as much? And it was, well, I told them, hey, grain muffin, grain-free, app. And they said, well, that's really important. We're going to forward it to the right people. We'll get right back to you on that. But they never did. So I've kind of gone off my belief in Inside Tracker as well. One of the things I think about with diet compliance and any program you're doing is you have to kind of have faith in the program. And the two things that happened with the Inside Tracker and with the scammy chiropractor recommending products for the miracle detox, they kind of made me lose faith in the idea that there are going to be products out there, smart applications that are going to help me reach my goal. And so I'm kind of going back to the idea that I'm going to have to do it the hard way on my own with my own research and keep, cranking along that way. So I'm still using the X3. I like it very much, but I've made so much progress with everything that I'm doing that I decided to join a gym. A friend of mine took me as a guest and I tried some of the equipment. And so I've joined up and I'm going to try to go there 3 times a week and to maybe do some light kettlebells and, use the bicycle and so forth. So anyhow, that's number one. But the other thing that happened that was really, really, I thought, kind of funny, because I celebrated a big birthday. Yes, I'm going to let you know I turned 60. I can't believe it. I finally kind of know what I want in life and where to go, and I'm 60, so I'm hoping that our aging and longevity researchers out there will come along with things because, hey, I've got a lot more I want to do with my life, and I hope you do too. But anyhow, like my X3, and someone posted on the Bulletproof group this really negative review of the X3. And it was by someone who'd never tried it, this international fitness consultant, buff guy in his late 20s or 30s or something like that, perfect abs. Guess whose picture was at the top of this article? Was it John Jacquish, the inventor of it? No. Was it one of his engineers that helped him make it? No. Was it one of the fitness guys that you see on his X3 page, with big muscles? Yes, we like the principles of this. No, it was me. Me! Big negative article saying this is possibly a scammy product, and who was at the top of the article in a big picture? Me! I was really insulted. I wrote to the guy. And the guy writes back to me, well, you know, it's in the public domain. No, it's not. You can't steal my YouTube videos, my own creations. I own the copyright on it. It's not yours to steal. So I get him to take down my picture, but I was really kind of shocked at that someone would, it was kind of scammy to begin with. So I was shocked he used my picture on that, and he didn't go after, say, the inventor with his picture or something like that. He'd never used the product, and he went and made a lot of claims that weren't substantiated. So I'm not going to, I'll show you the picture, but I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to give this guy any publicity by mentioning his name or his blog or anything like that. But I turn 60 and I end up as the poster girl for an international fitness expert. Now that definitely is a new one. So I've been doing a lot of reading about the ketosis, and you know, it's supposed to be very good for you and so forth, but I'm finding the hard ketogenic diet, you know, a little restrictive, so I think I'm going to go back, as I said, to the low glycemic. But one of the things I've been hearing a lot about is people taking exogenous ketones, and this is one product, KetoOS, and this is another product here. What I'm thinking about with this is not that it replaces the effort of ketosis, but there's actually something in your body called an inflammasome. And beta-hyroxybutarate, the ketone in most of these products, binds to the inflammasome and downregulates it. There are also other benefits to ketosis and having ketones in your body. One thing that I found that I was using them for is that they're a good appetite suppressant. But I find that, you know, they can give you stomach upset and so forth, so I use maybe a third of one of these, and that's why I went and got the other product, which was this one that, you know, I can just use a small amount and a little bit of water. So when I'm doing my intermittent fasting, if I want to extend the fast, I use that. And I'm doing some research, and I'm going to do an update on beta-hydroxybutyrate, the ketone and exogenous ketones that are recommended now, and see if I can't give you a little more information about it being a metabolic player, basically, and what it can do that might be good for us. And just to set the record straight, I don't think taking exogenous ketones and eating carbohydrates is going to do the same thing for you as a ketogenic diet, because your body's going to preferentially use the ketones, and if you have the ketones and you take carbohydrate, it's going to be like having alcohol. Your body preferentially uses alcohol, so you'll end up storing whatever else you have in your body as fat. That's why I only use them for intermittent fasting, you know, to extend the intermittent fast slightly. So that's about almost it, but the update is I got a little older. I'm hoping I'm a little bit wiser. I joined a gym. I was the poster girl for an international fitness expert, well, in a rather negative sense, though. Probably was afraid another man would go after him. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to say and what comes out there in the literature. I kind of was a little bit bummed for a while because YouTube changed its policies. It was that, you know, if you got 10,000 views, you got to monetize. And I never thought I'd really make any money off of this, but I thought maybe I'd make a little bit, you know, to put into fun camera equipment or, you know, update some of my software and stuff, because I am retired. But unfortunately, they have changed it to make it almost impossible for the small channel person to monetize. But I want to be the voice that's out there today, and I want to be the voice that's not going to be selling you something by a defrocked medical person that's now come up with some sort of strange scam. I want to be the person that tells you about what really is scientifically true. I'm not going to give you miracle cures, but hopefully I'll bring you scientific evidence, stuff that is real, stuff that is factual, and stuff that is truthful that you might apply to make your life better, to help us live a little longer, and to help us have a better health span. So anyhow, until next time, this is Judy Chalice with Lifespan and Longevity. If you want to follow along and you want to find out what I'm up to next, Remember to subscribe, to like, and please comment. I love to hear from the people out there because it lets me know I'm not just talking to a little black hole, which I'm doing right now. I'm looking at this lens with a little black hole and imagining all of you out there. So until next time, this is Judy Chalice with Lifespan and Longevity.